I'm Shalaka Deshpande. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this class, we are going to study about infrared communication. Okay, so in the previous class, we saw what is USB. Okay, the USB and RS-232 are wired communication. Today, we are going to see the wireless communication. That is infrared communication. Okay, now all of you must have heard the word infrared. And why it is called as an infrared? Because it uses the infrared waves from the electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum is a collection of various types of waves having the different wavelengths. So one area in the electromagnetic spectrum is an infrared wave. Okay, and the infrared waves are used in the infrared IRD communication. Now it is called as the infrared because the wavelength of the waves is more than the wavelength of the red light. You must have seen the prism, you must have done the prism experiment in your school, that when you pass a ray of light, 7 colors of different wavelengths are seen on the other side. So similarly, that is your electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, so we are using the wavelengths higher than the red light. That's why it is called as the infrared communication. Okay. Now, this infrared communication is a point-to-point or a point-to-multi-point communication. It can be from one point to another point, or it can be from one point to multiple points. Okay, and it is having a single line of sight, and angle which it makes with the line of sight is a 15 plus minus 15 degree. Now, for example, this is transmitter and this is a receiver. Okay. Now suppose I want to transmit a signal, and this is the normal. This is normal. The horizontal line which I have drawn is a normal. Now I want to transmit an infrared wave to receiver. So first it will make the angle of a 15 degrees. It will make the angle of a 15 degrees. Okay. From the line of sight, from the normal. It can also make the angle of minus 15 degrees. Okay, so angle which it makes while transmission is of the 15 degrees, and range of a transmission is from 10 centimeter to 1 meter. Okay, and since this is a wireless communication, there should be no obstruction between the transmitter and the receiver. Okay, I hope you have got it. Now, the infrared communication is classified into various other types according to the speed of a communication, which ranges from 9.6 kbps to 16 mbps. Various types of speed are there in the infrared communication, and according to those speed, they are classified as follows. First is the serial infrared communication, in which we are transmitting 9600 bits per second to 115.2 kilobits per second. Now what is bits per second? What is kilobits per second? I have explained in one of my previous videos. You can watch them. Okay, now next classification is the medium infrared. Medium infrared is from the 0.576 mbps to 1.152 mbps. Now, third classification of an infrared communication is fast infrared. As its name suggests, the speed is increased now. 4 mbps is the megabits per second is the rate of a data transfer. Now, fourth is the very fast infrared transmission, 16 mbps, and last is the ultra fast IR. Ultra fast infrared communication is one of the fastest mode of infrared communication, and research is going on in that part. Okay, so it is under development, and the ultra fast IR is targeting the 100 mbps. Okay, so this was the classification. As I told you, infrared communication has one transmitter, it has one receiver, and at the side of a transmitter there is a LED, gallium arsenide LED. Okay, photodiode, and at receiver side there can be photodiode or gallium arsenide phosphorus phototransistor. Okay, so these are the devices which are present at the transmitter and receiver. And when the infrared waves come from transmitter to receiver, when the infrared waves fall on the transistor which is inside the receiver, it starts conducting. transistor starts conducting, and when transistor is conducting, voltage across it is 0. And when infrared waves are not falling on the transistor stops conducting, and voltage across the transistor is equal to the supply voltage. So this is the general idea how the infrared communication takes place. Okay, now this communication is having two parts. First is the physical link and second is a protocol part. Now what is a physical link? Physical link deals with the physical transmission of data between transmitter and receiver, and protocol part deals with the rules of a communication. Now in the network subjects, you must have studied the network layers. Okay, a physical layer, data link layer, application layer. Okay, so there are, we here in the infrared communication, three layers are involved: physical layer, data link layer and application layer. Each layer is having a protocol, and according to that protocol, data is transmitted. Now first we will talk about the physical layer. See, in the physical layer what is happening? In the physical layer, data is transmitted at a speed of 9.6 kbps to 115.2 kbps in the physical layer part 1.0, and in the physical layer 1.1, data is transmitted at a speed of 115.2 kbps to 4 mbps. Okay, so these are the transmission rates. In the physical layer itself, there are variations of transmission rates. Okay, now next intermediate layer is a data link layer. Now what is data link layer and what is its function? Now the protocols which are present inside the data link layer, in case of infrared communication, we have how the data should flow from transmitter to receiver, how the data should be segmented, how the data should be packetized, means segmentation of data, packetization of data, converting it into packets. Then at the receiver, those segments and packets are assembled according to the transmitter, according to the transmission. Okay, so this all things, how the data will flow and segmentation, packetization, this is done in the data link layer. Last is the application layer. In the application layer, what is happening? It is related with the security, means whatever the data is transmitted, it should be secure. Third party should not be able to access the data between transmitter and receiver. So security protocols are present in application layer, and various softwares like Windows operating system and other operating systems, these operating systems support the IRDA data transfer, that is the infrared communication. Okay, and infrared communication was also supported by mobile handsets. In the mobile handsets also there is a facility of infrared communication before existence of Bluetooth. Because of a Bluetooth, it is been pushed down a bit, but still it is used in few applications. So this was about the infrared communication. I hope you have understood this video and enjoyed this lecture. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.